Kincaid had thrown the pitch to the batter, and his momentum took him this direction. The batter swung, and the line drive hit Kincaid in the head. Well, Jack, that incident happened about 1 a.m. this morning here in the parking lot of Rock Lake Presbyterian Church. And I'm going to step out of the way for just a second. In this parking space over here, you'll see two orange marks. That's where the victim's car was pulled over. This van is parked outside our studios on 5th Avenue in Huntington. We need your help to fill it with non-perishable food items. And here's the reason why. The extreme heat and power outages from storms has put the Huntington Area Food Bank in dire straits. But with the winds of change come the pains of construction. If the project becomes a reality, many businesses are expected to feel the impact while the third lane is being added. In years past, about 500 student volunteers would stay here at Winfield High School. But this summer, the building is being worked on and therefore can't be used. Now volunteers will be staying here at Buffalo High School, which holds about half that amount. Kelly authorities tell us an investigation sparked this investigation into the alleged drug activities at the Odyssey shop. And now they say a major player in the synthetic drug trade in Putnam County is in police custody, accused of selling prescription drugs and synthetic marijuana.
And have liquor on if you like.
Jessica Stanton of Winfield is an employee at the Odyssey shop. She's being charged with delivery of a controlled substance as law enforcement finds synthetic marijuana and guns inside the business. Are you selling synthetic marijuana out of there?
No, sir.
Well, then why are the police here?
I don't know. Ask the police.
David Bowen is the owner of the business and is also being charged with delivery of a controlled substance. Synthetic marijuana, you selling that here?
No, sir.
Well, then how come the police found it here? Investigators say an informant made numerous undercover buys inside the business for the past 6 months. Adding Bowen and the business are a major part of Putnam County's synthetic drug trade, specifically among young people.
We see a number of vehicles that are coming in with 2 to 4 people probably in a vehicle. One person going in the shop, in there for just a short amount of time, coming back out of the shop with nothing in their hands.
The Odyssey shop is in the Putnam Village Shopping Center in Tays Valley, near other businesses.
I don't like it. It's kind of scary.
How so?
Well, because all the guns and the drugs and, yeah, we have a lot of children that come into our business.
So sometimes it masks what they're doing, if you see what I'm saying, if you got the normal traffic coming in and out.
Those two could face additional charges, including charges from those guns found inside the business. The message investigators want to send to the public is synthetic marijuana and bath salts are illegal, and those caught selling or using them will be charged. Well, April, there have been 83 structure fires in Huntington so far this year. About half of those are being considered suspicious. And the latest fire early this morning was a little too close for comfort for one neighbor.
Gosh, maybe 4 or 6 feet from me. It licked all around my window.
Brittany Wood shows how close the fire at her neighbor's house on 4th Street was to her while she was asleep.
I woke up and to the tinkling of glass. I didn't really think anything of it, and saw an orange light outside my bedroom window, and I just thought it was a very orange dawn.
What Brittany witnessed was the 83rd structure fire in Huntington this year. The blaze also damaged her house. Neighbors say the family was at Walmart and came home to find their home on fire. The high number of fires this year has residents scared and worried, especially those who live close to the 4th Street burned structure.
It makes you very uneasy. I mean, as we all know, there's a lot of children, there's a lot of elderly people, you know, it hits close to home, and if, you know, you're a caring citizen, you know, you try to watch out for everybody. And
the other overnight fire Thursday morning happened on Jackson Avenue. Neighbors say the homeowner is on vacation and most of the damage was in the back of the house.
It's just mind-boggling that someone goes around setting fires for no reason, and there's got to be a reason. The string of fires this year is now having an impact on firefighters.
It's a different type of toll. It's like I said, it's that again and again and again and all day, and you know, they know they're coming in, they're going to be short-manned, and you know, they're showing up on a structure fire, and you know, they constantly have that on their mind. It's that anxiety levels are definitely a lot higher.
Now, if you have any information that would be helpful to investigators, you are asked to call the arson hotline at 1-800-233-3473. Of course, you can remain anonymous, and you could get a reward if your information leads to the arrest of a suspect. Let's talk to one of these shoppers that are here looking for a bargain. This is Amy Howard. I met Amy about a half an hour ago. She drove here from Belfry, Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
For the savings. I have 3 small children, and it's, you know, when you can rack up and save some money, it's, you know, it's worth the drive.
Well, let's see how you did. Let's briefly go through. What kind of bargains did you find?
I got the backyard grill for my little boy who's 2, and I got it for like half price. I saved like $30 on the claw over here, so I mean it's normally $80, and I'm getting it for $50 this morning. $17 I think on the dart tag, and that's for my nephews. They're gonna love it. So you know the savings really add up on Black Friday.
So it was worth this. What was it, like a 2-hour drive up here?
About an hour and a half. You know the roads aren't too bad, but yeah, it's definitely worth the trip. Yeah.
And worth getting up this early.
Yes. Yeah, I've been up since 2.
All righty. Any more shopping?
Yeah, I'll be out all day, I'm sure.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you, Amy, for joining us. And the crowds, like we said, are still coming in, checking out, trying to find those bargains. And we'll talk to some more shoppers coming up a little bit later. In the meantime, Jack, back to you. Anything you want me to look for you out here?
Let me think about that. There probably is. Thanks, Gil.
More than 16 hours after the fire started, Faith Outreach Ministries in Buffalo continues to burn as Pastor Denver Casto looks on in disbelief.
And it hurts. It hurts.
How so?
Well, knowing that it's so much needed, there's so many hungry people.
Besides the food pantry, the ministry was also home to a thrift store. Burned clothes are now part of the ruins.
It honestly makes me sick to my stomach because, like I said, this was a wonderful little church.
A lot of hard work went into it. Helped a lot of people.
The church and thrift store have been here in Buffalo for about 3 years. During that time, they have helped literally thousands, not only here in Putnam County, but in surrounding counties as well.
They help me with food, clothing when my kids come down to stay with me.
And they tried to help anyone that needed help. I've sent them people here a lot of times for help.
Firefighters say the blaze appears to have started in the back part of the building. As Pastor Casto contemplates the future of the ministry, he says one thing is certain: he plans to rebuild somewhere to continue helping. The water at the wave pool is usually a little choppy. Last week, the controls for the motor that makes the waves wore out after 30 years, leaving the wave pool waveless.
There's a massive power drop between the main breaker and the individual breakers that run the motors, so we can't get it to start up.
Williamson says being without waves is washing away some business.
We come to the wave pool because it's something different other than going to the pool and just being at a regular pool. We come because we like the waves.
We came here for the waves and slides, but there's not any, so I mean, it's no big deal, I don't guess.
Right now, this water is very cool and refreshing on this hot summer day. Park leaders are hoping others feel the same way, despite the fact there are no waves here at the wave pool.
A lot of people are calling us. Obviously, there are some that are disappointed, some that are angry, but you know, it is what it is. And a lot of the people we're talking to are actually saying it's still water. It's still a 90-degree day. We want to come to the pool and get wet.
Actually, it's a lot more disappointing about the slides. I was looking forward to the slides.
To make matters worse, the slides at the wave pool are also closed while crews refurbish the structures. They are expected to reopen in a couple weeks. Meanwhile, Williamson is adding up how much it's going to cost to fix the problem so waves can once again make a splash in the wave pool. Police are investigating a shooting in Institute this evening. That shooting happened shortly before 6:30 this evening in the area of Marshall Avenue. Dispatchers say one person was reportedly shot in the hand. According to deputies, the suspects were driving a silver Dodge Magnum with chrome wheels. Police are investigating that incident. Smithers Police and West Virginia State Police are investigating how a woman was struck by a jet ski on the Kanawha River. The accident happened east of the Montgomery Bridge just after 4 this afternoon. Lieutenant James Bowles of the Smithers Fire Department said the victim had fallen off a jet ski just before being struck by another jet ski. Authorities have not released the name of the victim. A motorcycle accident in Lincoln County sends one person to the hospital. That accident happened on Patty's Branch Road near Ranger around 8 o'clock this evening. Dispatchers say the motorcycle went into a ditch, flipped, and the driver suffered a broken arm and back injuries. He was transported to Cabell Huntington Hospital by Lincoln County EMS. Early this morning, a house fire was reported in the Silverton area of Jackson County. According to 911 dispatchers, no injuries were reported at that fire. The cause of the blaze is not yet known. A burglary investigation in St. Albans leads to the discovery of a meth lab and the arrest of a husband and wife. Authorities arrested Christopher Hill and his wife Laura in connection with the meth lab discovery. Investigators say they went to the couple's residence on Circle Street to follow up on leads from a burglary investigation. While there, they smelled meth and found the makings of a meth lab. More charges may be forthcoming against other individuals in this case. One of 3 men who escaped from the Huntington Work Release Center last week was captured last night. Cabell County Sheriff Tom McComas says 25-year-old David Popp was apprehended in the Bluefield area by a task force in southern West Virginia. Popp will be charged with escape and transferred back to Huntington. Another escapee, David Knight, was captured on Wednesday. A third escapee, DeJuan Jones, is still on the run tonight.